Amen. We will always love you.
Yes,
I will always love you, Lwazi.
I'll always love you too.
Ooh, I'll always love you, Olwethu. I'll always love you,
and forever.
A beautiful song.
Yes.
It's on my songbook.
Jonga.
The late.
Utukwaya.
The late Whitney Houston.
Utukwaya umfake phamntana sekhaya. The late Whitney Houston said, I will always love you. Beautiful song. It was 1993. And I was doing, what's that, man? Sawufunde
later ke mina.
Abantu be-grades manje ke. Ngokundenza ngathi ndimndedwa ugogo uLhoza apha kwesi studio like nje abantu be-grades standards. Thi.
Uzoxelela ngoform bani. I can't relate.
Listen, listen. Zakuchola ndizawusheka nawe kwesi studio yini le nawe mamfene undishiya pha.
Sisi, uwedwa kule.
So nonke ningabantu bakamalusi. Yini?
Yes.
Khani bajonga bakamalusi.
OBE.
Kubani bantwana bakamamu enji. Kubani while that's with you yesterday ingoma ke sithi I will always love you. Yatsho kabuhlungu kuphuma icoffin yakhe ecaweni.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I still remember that. And they bathwala apha like yes.
We were glued.
That Tombe I even still remember they put it on their shoulders and walked out with it. Yeah.
After a beautiful sermon by Umfundisi Winans.
Yes. Yeah.
Like I can still
really
remember
vividly.
Vivid.
Well, masibuye sizenqubeni because wow, ndifunyenwe ngabantwana abancinci. Well, it's 30:30. Masesiyenze be-31 imizuzu bethi lensimbi yesibhozo okanye be-29 phambi sithi insimbi yesithoba, and we are live broadcasting live up at Vincent number 6 to 8 at Donald Road at Donald Square building. Can pop in anytime.
Yes,
simkile mos COVID, so noko
exactly.
Indwendwe siyazibuka uthi ndizobona istudio, ndizobona umsasazo othile, manditsho ke uba ngaba akekho lo nguLhoza nithanda uzomfuna okhoyo umsasazi mani sumkhubekisa kamyeka kuhoye ninje ke nina athi umuntu bendi awulo nje kuke kuthiwe andikho ndifuna uLhoza. Okay xa ikhona unye umsasazi mani samakhubekisa.
Yes, please.
Ala uLhoza akoye akubukisa
So
studio.
you know, yes.
But ke
unless if it's personal, ke angikwazi
Ngene personal.
Angikwazi
Ngene personal.
I'm a personal visits with hidden agendas on it. General aya ngingayingena.
Phulaphuli ungamameli lo. Kamameli uSharon lo siza naye namhlanje. Okay, i-social crossover siphathela ke uSharon Olwethu Rhoyi, uMamfene, uLisa, uHlathi, uJem Base. Sincokola naye ke iVitiligo besentshilo that it was on the 25th of June. Asakwazi ke ukumbamba inxame kwesile, but she's here namhlanje. Sifuna ke sive kuye ba usiphathele ntwana na Mamfene. Kabulisa baphulaphuli beKith Ngesi Radio.
Molweni baphulaphuli beKith Ngesi Radio. It's so lovely to be here again. I've really been looking forward to be here.
Yes, siyabulela nathi today abekanti ixesha liyavuma. Well, quickly ngubani uSharon Olwethu Rhoyi?
Olwethu Rhoyi ngumntwana katata uLeni Rhoyi eXesi. Ehamba nomamthunzi. Kudala ke ndaba nayo ke iVitiligo. iVitiligo is something that is in the family.
Okay.
But for me, the journey started 16 years ago. So it has been quite a roller coaster. But Olwethu is very passionate about people and what they want to do and to encourage and teach about iVitiligo. I think that's where I am right now.
You mentioned that you were. This started 16 years ago, right?
Yeah.
How old are you now?
Well, I'm 37 years old now.
So you're 21.
So I was like 21, turning 22.
Well, but anyway, so you were 21, then you develop njani, a dot in down, yatini.
Well, iqale apha emlonyeni. That's where it started. Up in Lonyeni on my mouth, and then at the back. I think that's where, because on my mouth, I thought really there was something. My mouth just went pink.
Okay.
And I remember I was dark that time.
Sure.
Yes.
So I couldn't understand what had happened.
Okay.
Then when I went home and my mom said to me, "Turn around. What's this on your back?" Like, wow. Okay, fine. Then that's when I realized
Yes.
that
Okay. I just want to know from you, since you say it does run in the family, so have you always lived with the knowledge of your figure now where it starts to develop, or is it jumps generationally, or is it just by coincidence, or it's a norm ukuthi since a parent of yours also has vitiligo, ukuthi nami as umntana I'll automatically at some point in my life start to develop?
Well, it was not something that I thought about. It was not something that was there, because even my dad, he didn't have it then. So
okay.
Before it came out kuye.
Wow.
So I was only told, but no, it's ikona in the family
before your dad's time.
Before my dad's time.
Okay.
And when I was told, but okay, fine, I honestly thought they just wanted me to feel
better.
You know, they wanted me to feel better about it, and then accept it.
Yes.
And then it for me it was quite a surprise, because I think I remember one girl in the family, I don't know from which side, like from which house, that had it.
Yeah.
And then I never thought there was nothing.
Me as well. Yes.
Yeah, man. So when it came, it was a surprise.
Sure.
It was a shock.
And how did you take it when your dad started to develop? When already it has started, and then usibona nakutata, was it like a sense of comfort?
No, with my dad, it only started when he was, I think, 70.
Mdala.
Mdala kakhulu. And at that time, I had already accepted it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I had already accepted it, and I was already, pro vitiligo.
Yeah. Then reaction. Yeah, okay, ekhayeni ke is like, okay, I know siyayazi wakhe wakhona mhlawumbe utamkhulu katamkhulu naye, so ayonto intsha ncam. But abantu, your peers around, abantu elalini, abantu emzini, oyewethu ubonwe usonevitiligo, umyeni wakho wathi John ndimfune nayo,
wathi ndifuna wena ngqo,
khange undithumelele ifoto zomtshato.
Hayi bonayo
benifuna ubona lokhu. Okay,
uthi hayi
phuma
kaloku befuna ujonga lokhu sibone manyani nolufafa lakubona lashinto bezingena vitiligo wayobona wena.
I think it's one of the things that makes him very close to my mom's heart.
Okay.
Even now. Because at the time I never thought, because it was one of the things that were worrying me. Ubana, okay, am I ever gonna get married?
Yeah.
Ukhona ke umuntu ozontanda, and umuntu ozontanda akazuba enewari yobana abantwana kwathini. But he was very like, no man, just accept this thing, and izonwenwa uzabana umzimba wonke, just relax about it, it's fine. Yeah, man. It gives people something to look at, and it's gonna be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yo, Thiza wam. So abanye abantu at Gmail, abanye abantu bothuka bona, but bathini?
Wow. And then yazi ke abantu bethu ne, when xa besothuka abathuki bathule,
siya express.
Even if it's body language, even if it's sana, hayibo utheni girl njena, hayi nawe unalamabala,
Thiza
nalamabala
nawe
but awethu semhle.
Exactly, that's what I'm looking at.
Iyakhula lento yenu,
wethu iyakhula lento yenu.
Those comments are
listen, adversity. Someone actually said you guys are becoming a bunch. So I was like,
and
what
how
do you
did
mean?
take that? I'm on a different end, but I'm not taking it well.
Well, I think ndotukamva.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
You don't react then as
ngezele.
Then get it.
Well, yes,
it's
yeah.
fine. Because I still wanted to know about, what do you mean? And then she was like, no, like a bunch of flowers. Like,
Wait.
Bese zama
baningi.
justify in a way that's
Ufuna
yeah.
uyicacisa segezini.
Yes,
so I was
yeah.
like,
So at
okay,
that
that's what
stage,
you
I just
mean.
want to show abaphulaphuli ababukeleyo wena uke umameleyo newari yakho because awumboni.
Yes.
So usuka apha Olwethu ufike
Yes.
apha nguwe lona
Yes.
yathi kancinci. So you were
Pretty though.
very pretty.
Thank you.
A 21-year-old
Yes.
eqala ivitiligo, darker, because ufana notata Leni. So now sakubona ngoku unje.
Dimhle.
Yes,
Kakhulu
yeah.
still.
Yeah. Very much so.
You know,
very, very much
and
so.
it has been quite a journey because with vitiligo, because it's the cells that produce pigment.
Okay,
So when
yes.
that dies or stops,
Sure.
then you start producing the white cells,
Yes,
the
yes, yeah.
the patches.
Yonke ndihamba ne-melanin.
Yama ne-melanin.
Okay,
Yabo?
so pigmentation yakho is just that it's a bit it's iyafuna mhlophe, iyafuna lighter, iyafuna darker.
Yes.
Okay.
And ke ngoku, like there's no knowing
Okay,
uba
yenziwa yintoni?
yenziwa yintoni.
Oh, that's what I wanted to ask
No,
actually. Yeah.
thing is, whatever I read, they
Yeah.
always tell us that there's no cure because they don't know what caused it. in
And
the
are there
first
any
place.
triggers though? Are there any triggers? Kuthiwa mhlambe a specific food or being in the sun or exposing yourself to creams of this nature?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
And then when I went to a doctor the first time, I wanted to treat it because the first thing was to treat it, and my mom was on my case about treating it.
Yes, yeah.
So at the time, the doctor said to me, actually, if you really want to, you need some exposure to the sun, vitamin D.
Okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
But be careful. You don't want to stay too long in the sun.
So you've gotta be
So
very smart about it.
about 10 minutes is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay.
in the morning before 2:00.
Okay, before
so
2
it's
o'clock.
better. It's much better in the morning before 2:00, and then you sit there and sunbathe.
Okay.
So what I want to know is, do you have some sort of then, because in years like, okay, this is sort of a routine which would fall within your routine, but is there any sort of routine that one mhlambe khona umuntu olalele with a child, a family member, or mhlambe themselves as well has vertigo, and obviously it has not much knowledge. Ngoba usho ukuthi Google sometimes says this and at times says this. Ukuthi, how would you advise? How have you cared for your skin? Because what I see from your skin, you've got very smooth skin naturally. You've got very nice skin, and that's like, it's just clear. You've got good skin. Uguti, how do you take care of your skin to keep it the smooth and to keep it glowing and alive and fresh?
Okay, so I don't have any specific creams that I use.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any specific creams that I use.
Yes.
I determine London
Ile khona, yes,
and
yeah.
then sunscreen.
Okay.
Very important.
Sunscreen.
Yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
I literally do not go anywhere. I don't care if it's raining or it's
Yes.
umhlaba, ilanga. You just make sure that you've got your sunscreen on.
Yes,
Because what happens is that even the slightest sunshine that is a bit too much on your skin,
You're wrong.
uyacha.
Okay.
Oh,
Sana
okay.
uyacha.
Yes,
and it turns
Uyive.
by pink
Okay.
bangathi uchile literally
Yes, yes,
bangathi
yeah.
utshenga amanzi.
Yes, yeah.
And it's very painful.
I can imagine.
It's very painful. So if your child has it, I think the first thing that you need to do is to with counseling.
Yes.
Okay.
Mental
Counseling
health.
is very
mental health.
mental health
Yes.
is very important.
Yeah.
It's very important, especially for the little ones. And then if you want, because I think doctors now,
Yes.
they can give you medication that can slow.
Ingakhawulezi.
Ingakhawulezi.
Slow the process. Okay.
It just slows the process.
Okay.
And to some extent, umuntu acinge famba imhilishile, but
Izophinda later on.
later on if you stop the treatment.
Oh, okay, I get. Okay.
So sisizathu soba ngibona uqomba ufuna treatment le
Sana,
mama wena
ndaqonda
because I know ke umam Thunzi was like yakwagqirha
Yeah.
italento no uzongafunwa blah 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 wathini wena what was your reaction xa ufuna
Yes.
let's move
I
go
think
back a bit.
I think at first I didn't want to accept it.
Okay.
I really didn't want to accept it. I couldn't. Each time I think of it,
Yeah.
like I can't even imagine how I'm gonna look tomorrow morning. You know, until I decided. My mom is still freaking out on the side, but I decided. But okay, fine. This changes nothing. It
Sure.
doesn't change who I am.
I love your confidence.
It doesn't change. It doesn't change nothing. It's just my skin that changes.
Yeah.
So I need to find a way to deal with people looking at my skin.
Yes.
Because now I'm not going to be the problem, but it's the people that are going to be looking at me that's going to be the problem.
Okay.
And I need to figure that out, or how I react, and my boundaries, and all of that. But for my mom's sake, because you know when you have a child,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
you know. So I went to a doctor. And the doctor gave me special creams that
Yes.
it was very expensive at the time.
Yes, yeah.
And then they gave me creams to use, and then and small pills.
Yeah.
Then I took these pills.
Yeah.
When I was pregnant with my firstborn,
Yes.
I was told that if I could, no, I was not pregnant with him, but after I think I was preparing to get pregnant or something like that.
Yes, yeah.
Then they told me, but I can't use the medication while I'm pregnant.
Okay. It's a
So
hazard.
so
yeah.
for me, for me that was an excuse enough for my mother. I said, listen, girl, they're
I
saying this is what they're saying. I can't use the treatment
Yes.
while I'm
Yes.
pregnant, which means
Kufuneka ndiyekile le.
Funeka ndiyekile kwale nto.
And accept and learn to accept.
and just accept and
Yes,
just live with it and
ngiphile.
see uba izohamba ithini.
Exactly,
Uyayibona?
exactly.
So and I did exactly that, and naye ke she got used to it.
Absolutely
Because iyandibona
beautiful.
mos uba
Uheavy girl. Because unento ethi njena andizujika andiyana benze into
Yes.
the
Absolutely love that.
attention.
Absolutely love
The attention.
usisi wakho
Lalela, and listen, you own a space when you walk into it. It leads me to, have you always been this confident, or
Kukhanyise thina ngoku.
did you strain this over time when you took the step to accept the situation, or have you just always said, you know what, I'm a confident person and that will never change?
I think I've always played a leadership role in my life, some way or the other. It's either in class or prefect or whatever.
Yes, beautiful.
So with that already in mind, and I knew, but that's my strength.
Yes, yeah.
So I knew, no matter if I walk into a room,
Yes.
sana to learn, because
Yes,
because honey, ungenile umamfene, ujambeni.
Lalela,
So
look at you.
and then I was like, no, I need to use
Yeah.
this at my advantage.
To your advantage.
To my
This is the thing.
advantage.
Don't close yourself in a
Yes.
shell.
Yeah.
So when I speak to people, I better know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sure.
When I
Yeah.
go into a room, I better know what to say, because people
Yeah.
are gonna be listening to me, and that led me to start brushing up on my speaking
Speak skills.
skills and my confidence and practice more.
And ke ngoku umuntu awusabekliwe kukujongela lena abeqonda hey but
Yes.
uchubekile ugero.
Yeah,
Yes,
and at some point I was like, you know what? Maybe God has a plan to heal abantu through me, because abantu they naturally don't want to listen.
Yeah.
If you get people's attention,
Sebenzisa.
Sana, you better use it to
Yeah.
God's
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah.
So I at some point I was there. I was like, okay, fine. If I'm talking, hearing yabo is healed, because they are
Yes.
listening to me.
Yeah.
And abayazi into enzayited.
Yes, yeah.
So that also gave me confidence to go and
Yeah.
say what I need to say,
Yeah.
and speak my heart.
Yeah.
So it helped a lot with my confidence. So over time, I got confidence over time.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yayikhula.
Yeah.
So usibari nabantwana bazalelwa kumama vitiligo and cause questions ba mama kutheni wena ungafani nomakazi Lhoza.
I remember I went to fetch I remember when I had to, a friend of mine, umntana wakwabo wayesenza something in skin, makeup and
Sure.
all of that, and then they couldn't find someone to do like exam on.
Sure.
So they're like, okay, fine. we don't have a choice now, we're going to take you. So ndenze lento, long story short, bandifaka ikhala ndabrown donke.
Yeah.
So now ndilate for uthatha umntana.
Yeah.
Xa ndifika endlini, xa ndifika esikolweni, first thing, hayi mama wenzeni ngoku? I'm like, hayibo, nditheni namntanam?
Uzilibele ke noba
Ndilibele ke mna ke noba ndifakwe i-makeup, ndibrown indonke. Iblendiwe, no. Xa ndifika athi ke ngoku unyana, mama ndiyacela, please, ungaphindi uzondithatha esikolweni ufake i-makeup.
You just warmed my heart.
Please don't do it. Yeah. And then when I get home to drop him off, utatakhe ukhona endlini. And then he says to me, I don't get when. Hayi, Mofasa. Uyikisa abantwana. Hayi Mofasa. So omnye wabo ulingomso just said the other time naye she wants to be white.
Okay.
And when I asked her, what do you want for your birthday? She says, no, I just want to be white. I sat down
like
with
mommy.
her and said, listen, mommy was not always white.
Yes.
So I had to start teaching them. But okay,
educate
fine.
them.
This is vitiligo. Mommy was looking like this before.
And
mommy
this
is looking, and this happened. And at her age, but I had to put it
in language.
Something that as we understand
sure.
Yeah, and which also brought to my attention, you know what? I wonder what are kids in schools going through right now. Yeah. Because the kids can be very cruel to one another. Not intentionally, but, if they see something different, they're about to say something about it. And they're about to have an opinion. I know abantu abadala
bejonga benika that look bethetha aba bunch of flowers bunch of flowers my foot
and then
ufuneka ufilishe njani
exactly
applyile
which is why ke ngoku thina abantu badala we need to teach our children, but it's okay to be different.
Yes,
it's
very
okay
much.
Looking different is fine
and own it
own your look sana own it be there.
I love it.
I
love it.
Ima ke Jembase ima Jembase ndifuna sibuye abaphulaphuli okanye ababukeli okanye umbukeli ekhaya ndikuvezile 16 years ago nguwe lona kulomfanekiso with a black dress, beautiful, and one here incinci siyakubona. Hayi man, kutheni apha ngoku ingathi ikhwele kakhulu.
There's more dark, and then the next picture,
this one
more white.
Ibunzi limhlophe like ngathi uyaba mhlophe mpela. And then coming back to the third one, nalapha it's like ngoku ingathi saqala ingathi lapha around the mouth.
Yes.
And looking at you now, what's the story? Does it really like changes namhlanje decide ba wethu ndifuna uvela olicala ayethu ndifuna uthintini? And what color is your hair?
Yeah, I'm also quite curious now.
I've got black hair.
Okay.
I've got black hair.
Okay.
But because I'm me, I prefer. I mean, you can't have.
But it suits you.
You can't just sit and have like normal hair while everything else is going on. And I want it.
Yes.
Let us try.
And it really works for you.
It works.
Yeah, it really works.
It really works.
Yeah.
I love it. With vitiligo. Usimnikiwe wasekhaya naye. Usimnikiwe is just around the mouth.
Okay.
So there's no way of telling if tomorrow
izawuvela
ibunzi
na
okanye izovela ithini.
Okay.
And unfortunately abantu aba professional that speak on vitiligo bambalwa.
Okay.
So we depend on what we research and now personally I wouldn't say ba intrigued intoni because I really don't know.
Yes.
What I know is that how I feel at the time kusenzeka
Sure.
whatever.
Sure.
So you see the picture where I was almost white.
This one.
That one. You see that in that picture.
Yes.
It was before. I think it was year before last.
Okay. Yes.
Because
COVID.
it was before it covered, I think.
Okay.
And then in 2020, 2021, I was almost completely white.
Yes son.
And then-
Awabinayo le nto ithi ngasese ndihlale ndimhlophe ndingamnabala.
Shana ningesabawel.
Kube kuthiwe ke
Ooh,
umhlophe
it was my
bhetele.
biggest sabawel. But
Yeah.
then next thing, how girl. Last year I started having ndaqala ke ngokuba
Yaphinda
baneza
kwizi.
spots ezininzi ezimnyama.
Yes, ezimntase.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter whether uhlele endlini uphumile.
I can see your hair now.
So you can't say good. I'm just gonna sit endlini so I can be this color. Or ngizophuma because I want to be this color.
No.
Okay, wow.
You just have to accept what's there.
Yeah.
And then ndaba mnyama guys.
Thunani.
Mnyama ngala hlobo. And
Darker than your natural color.
yes.
Okay.
Darker.
Yes,
I
yeah.
think a colleague of mine said,
Chincha.
"Hey, it's the first time I see you with so much
Yes. Yeah.
feminine, girl. Kwenzeka ntoni?"
Yeah, well,
I'm like,
yes.
Sana, andiyazi namba
But
kwenzeka
unjena.
ntoni kunjena. And the emotions at the time, depression at the time, because now abantu bandiqhele okay abantu had to get used to me. Yabo ndichintsha, they know ba hayi wethu uyatshintsha lento yakhe le.
But ngoxa uvela ube completely white okanye
then
ube uphinde
Ndibe
completely
mnyama
dark.
kakhulu.
Siyaqonda man.
I was even scared to go out. I was scared to go out, and even my friends at the time, they would when they take pictures of me, they would have to literally show me, okay,
right now,
am I
happy
okay
now,
with this
are you
picture
okay
being
with it?
posted?
Yeah.
Because I seriously didn't want to take pictures. I didn't feel like talking to anyone. I didn't want to go to events. I just
Wanted to hold
withdrew.
back and
I just withdrew.
Yeah.
And then the last picture where you say ingathi yaqala with a yellow.
Oh, there, up there.
Yes, I was only starting ke ngoku
To go back.
to go back and to be around people and
Okay.
just try a few events and see if I can
Yes.
go out and see the reaction and how if I can handle it.
Bathina bantu.
Abantu bazothini ke ngoku. I might not that bazothini bona because
But
but you never know.
wena
But
ke-
now how am I gonna react to
Ukuthi the stairs.
Now that
the stairs and the
dark.
yeah, because abantu bathi yo uyagowa girl, hayi uyagowa.
But you know what I love? I love how you're the people around you, the ones you appreciate you even more than you appreciate yourself.
Yeah.
So what we think Tina's pambana on the streets and whatnot, it's just an emotion edlulayo, and those who love you and someone who's brought you into their life,
Yeah.
ekubona ukuthi, okay, this unje, but this is my wife. That's a beautiful story on its own. Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
and then and a friend of mine, I used to say to her, there's no telling if I'm beautiful. If I were to take your word,
Yes.
so if I say also me whatever, umhlechom.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
So she would always be like, okay, fine, let's do this.
Yes,
Yeah, but
yes,
so and a lot of friends on Zuki and them, they're like, girl. Idlando yakho kaloku.
Ewe.
Le uyithandayo yiyo ke lena sis.
All right, it's 4 minutes before 9 o'clock. Sincokola naye Olwethu Sharon Rhoyi, umamfene, uLisa uHlathi, uJam Base, ndibona ngathi because kuthetha unomdade, you know, and sinjena sibahle sinjena sithetha sinjena
Confident.
ndiyayiva. So thank you mani Mdase, and kodwa ke ndiyafuna uba utsho kukho abantu abaphila nayo. It's a skin condition bethu nani ayosuleli
Yes.
uba ucinga uba kubuhleli naye
Ungathi ukuthi
izawusulela.
i-disease, akuso disease,
Ayisuleli,
It's
it's a skin condition esifuna siyiqhele siyazi into yobana isi-skin condition ongasi-aplayeliyo awufaki i-Z83 uvele ube nayo, and ngenye ixesha uyazi noba kumnombo yayikhe yakhona okanye zange ibekho. And yeah, so sifuneka siyazi uba sizawuyenza le nto yokufundisa abantu ubana into ekhoyo, and just relax and accept umntu njengokuba ke enjalo. I'm sure ke ne-in-laws yonke into kwaba right,
Hayi okay. Yaba right.
wonke nje umntu.
Wonke umuntu.
Yes.
Wonke umuntu because mna ndiba right iqala.
Yes,
awukho chance uba umuntu acinga fani ba.
And again, then ke ngendawo
Eh,
ba
yes.
omnye umuntu uthini.
I love your confidence. Sharon, I
Jonga.
love it, yeah.
Andingenaphi. You
Yeah.
can't control uba umuntu ucinga
Ufilisha
ntoni.
njani,
Yes,
ufilisha
I
njani.
can see.
Yabo?
Ukuthi,
So you don't want
zazi
to
wena.
exactly when I just
Yes.
know but okay fine set yourself boundaries.
Yeah.
You must know but okay fine lo overstep the boundary for my own mental health dithini ke ngoku. How do I move on
Yeah.
from what they say because you cannot control what people say you cannot
Yeah.
control but you can control how you feel about what they say okanye what you do
Yeah.
about what they say
but
or what
bona
they do. Yes.
Ndiyakuva
Yeah.
siyavuya mkatise uthumelela nje hearts uthi jonga zintathu 1 2 3 mhlambe siyazireceive uyayiva uMaguzu uzitumana uthi morning studio has been living with Vitiligo for the past 30 years. Yabon?
Wow.
And my niece got it 3 years ago. Now I'm appealing to her as it not I wish mntana bedini that Maguzu iyo nje xa ukwazi ukuphila nayo for 30 years. So umtshana wakho uzalelwa apha kuyo ekubona so
Yes, and we are going ukuthi now you're still carrying on with life. Impilo iyaqhubeka.
akho nto
Yeah.
ulife ujonga ungathi nibeka ngenye indlela ulife ya goes on
Uyagozona.
ulife ya goes on ayinanto itheni na uhamza
Hamza.
uthi molweni ngalentsasa Hamza ufika sincokola no Olwethu Sharon Rhoyi esincokola ngaleno wena mntu unomntana onayo okanye mhlawumbi ngenye imbo zinto zangomso asizazi
Ewe.
so ufuneka uyazi into yobana ayosuleli uyazigada qha nje basetshilo kananto ayityayo specific uthambisa nje ugada iskin njengokuba nathi befanele basihlala nge-sunscreen
Yes.
other than that ayonto
Yes.
man
Ayonto,
Akho
Just
nto
like
itheni.
every other person,
Ayonto,
nokuthi there's
ndasekhaya.
nothing special. Ayithambisa ukuthi now you've got to waste thousands and thousands on cream. Le khona ethambiswa yithi sonke. Yeah.
masizokuyeka ke Mamfene ndifuna nje usabela nje quickly kuwe into yobana mhlawumbi bakhona nyhani ke abangenathemba masingacima wonke umuntu uzawuba nale confidence
Yes.
unayo njalo njalo sifuna nje xa siza kuyeka ungathini nakumzali onomntana oqondayo bakusenzima uyi-accepta like your mom
Ethatha isikhathi.
wabe utata like nje beya hayi wethu ne so ungathini kubo
I think uThixo sozazise amehlo wabantu kuwe
okay
kanti akho
Eyazi
nto
uba.
azawuyenza ebomini bakho.
kanti awatyi nawe nkomo
Jonga.
Okay.
Asoze. You understand?
Yeah.
That's the first thing that you need to understand. Ba amehlo asoze aziswe kuwe. Eyes will never be brought to you or people will never kwenzeka into to get people's attention.
Sure.
Kanti akho nto ngawe. Use that to your advantage. Tell your child, teach your child it's okay to be different. Esakhula umyeke ungathi akafanelanga ba akhathaze uzawukhathazeka kakade ne
yes,
he's gonna uzodilishana nazo zonke emotions zomnye umuntu obhulishwayo around.
Sure.
You understand? Allow them to
Vele.
feel what they feel.
Yes.
All you have to do is to control ke wena ke ndobana how you react to those people
Yes.
around them kaloku bona basebancinci
Yeah.
and then ubafundise futhi kuba it's okay to be different. You
It
are
is
different.
okay.
It's okay.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
okay. And lando ke izabonakala kwalapha endlini bangafumani special treatment. Bangamane be mind what you say emntaneni. Mind it. Nemagama omnika wona. Mind it. Yayibona? Mind what you say because what you say will become.
Ndikuvile mawasanele wethu Mamfene usandisibesekeleni uthi enkosi Mamfene for sharing your journey. I love your confidence.
Yes, honey.
Kutsho usandi ukanti ubhuti Maguzu uthi molweni again. What I have noted thina bane-vitiligo we have more
Yes,
mental strength.
Yeke.
Lawe.
And very successful uyayazi.
Hayi ke.
Uthi jonga sayithanda loo nto leyo and nini ngabantu abomeleleyo so ezi zithonga zithi zifika zethu sinijamela sinijonga enye imehlo nibe niredi nina emotionally and ningabantu abastrongo abaqonda uba awethu akakho right lo ujonga ukunika that look qoba
unayo ingxaki yakhe qha ingxaki ayibonakali uyabona so it needs attention kakhulu kunale yethu
man so siyabulela kakhulu Lwazi andibunayo na enye into
No,
ureason
ixesha.
uthi mara sizilwaza nondwendwe lakho andisamthandi usise ohleli naye yena ukuthanda esesomerset east
Yes,
Ne?
honey.
yayiva
love you too
benana asoze siyivale le show kanti funeka siyekile ngoku it's 2 minutes after 9 sabulela kakhulu Mamfene uThixo angakunceda ke ufundise nabanye abantu abaphila nayo the skin condition ye vitiligo and wena hayi noba kunode kuthiwa ngomso kuse uyenyikhala awubelona ngu1 phezu ko2 ndasumhlophe wonke
yonke indawo
suppose lo muntu
no
ibe yilo patch ibe
ngila
ngoba kulolo
ngila
Ndiyakubona.
hayi andakhonto uyafaneleka impahla akakhonto ibitheni
yo
unguwe
andifuni ngatsho
awufuna ungatsho ba in fact umhle gqithi ndiyalele ukwazi nozincoma ukwazi nokuba
guys saziphela ishow yenu ngezani ba
siyeki
balapha
jonga masikugxothe because kuzogxothwa thina apha e-studio. Well, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it kakhulu. Usuke ngapha elalini ngapha emagqonkhwebeni kwadidikana lapha ezindaweni usuke ngapha ilali zethu ke zimelene wasuka ngapha ngakwatamkhulu Machule you know for ba uzokwenza ixesha apha you know that's why kunzima noba masikuyeke nje singakhange sibe kanti sikuqongqothile but thank you once again. Siyabulela kakhulu Mamfene wanguThixo ngakunceda esakunikile into yokuba ukwazi uyofundisa abanye. You know akunika amandla imandla nakuvulela iminyango so that uyazi because ke wena ungasikuthi iblessing uba nevitiligo
iblessing ndasekhaya iblessing there's no tsikelelo
izingenisa apho ungazange ungenele ungene kuzo
iminyango andilindi na breakthrough iminyango iyazivulekela
njengasemall
njengasebank uthi
ayibhelela yasebank ikhinge ukuba nosemall
jonga nona
ungene ngenxa yevitiligo
injani
so lande kuthiwa wena ilemon wayijika
lemonade ayimandi
kahambe apha get out of here it's 9:05. Thank you Sharon. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye nyani ngoku manikhuphe kwalapha escreenini sam kwenze buzocaca ubuyaphumile Lwazi basambe mani ngoku sathi bana ngomso ngolesine
yeah we've overstayed our welcome now
siyabulela kakhulu
ngomso bye
thank you so much. Have a blessed day. Bangabona ichance checkisha kwethu so singabona ifuneral ngoku inoba sekufikiwe nje quickly Lwazi kwelicala abantu ententeni bebekade abantu beqala uqokelelana ukwenza into bana kuqale yonke lento umongameli mhlawumbe ke naye se ulele lapha kwa izolo asazi abasemagunyeni premier wephondo njalo bekuchiwa abantu bazabe bephaya ke ukuyokulungiselela ke le funeral so awunkamehlo ke ajonge phaya enyobeni okanye mandithi eScenery Park so ifuneral yabo izawubanjwa namhlanje kuxakekiwe ke kuyilonto so masibabeke bethu nani kulo mass funeral ivele nje yanibonisa as much as banani ngekho but nane picture into bana kudala kwakusithwane na ngela xesha le mass funeral i-coffins idwelile kuyilonto so masibabekeni ke mthanazweni and also after this funeral mhlambi nathi sihlale phansi and reflect and sibone basifunde intoni singathini na singalindi kuphinde kube kwesinye isehlo sibe kanti sithetha nabantwana ama2K yas challenge into bana izani sithethe nisive icala lethu mhlambi uzavuleleka into ezinjalo sizoba understand banabo bacinga njani benza njani na ke izinto igama lami ngilhoza Mamfene umzukulwana kutamkhulu Machule noma khona kwezidingo rahati ndihamba nomakazi
Ozonibona ngomso.
Bye. Have a blessed day. Nisithe wethu kuba bandarha nalapha phandle ilanga likhona but libhikile le nylon socks.